I don't even know if I'm gonna post this video or not. Okay, is that recording? God damn it. Hey y'all, so I know it's been a minute, but I just felt like I kind of owed it to myself to just record this video and kind of just be honest. I was thinking that I could possibly just do my makeup and just talk to you guys for a moment, and you guys can kind of just watch me do my makeup. So let's go ahead and do that. So basically, I've kind of been like going through, I don't want to say a lot, but I've just been going through enough to kind of make me want to post this video or record this video. I honestly don't even know how to start this video, to be honest. Just because this is a little bit out of my element. A lot of people don't really like to talk about what they go through. And some people do. Some people like to talk about it. Me personally, I don't really like to talk about what I'm going through, just because I feel like I shouldn't subject anybody to what I have going on. I just kind of feel like everybody got their own stuff that they dealing with. Everybody got their own battle that they're fighting. But yeah, some people do a fantastic job at talking about their feelings and what they're going through. Some people don't. I just don't like to burden people with what I have going on sometimes, because I just feel like it's not fair when we all got stuff going on. And one thing that I would just like to, you know, say is, just because you're going through something doesn't mean that what you're going through is more important than the other person. Everybody has their own experience that they go through, and it's not fair to tell them, well, hey, this person just died, or I just got evicted, so yeah, your little petty problems and your little fight with your mental and all that stuff is not as important as mine. I just feel like that's not fair, because that happens a lot, where some people just feel like, hey, my shit is more important than yours, therefore I don't want to hear you bitching because I'm going through a lot more than you are. I just don't think it's fair, because everybody has their experience that they're going through, and just because it's not important to you doesn't mean that it's not important to me. And I feel like I shouldn't have to put my feelings on the back burner just because I'm not going through half the stuff you're going through. Like, I just don't think it's fair. I'm baking. I kind of like bake before I put my foundation on, just because I've noticed that it kind of helps a little with mattifying my makeup, and also it helps me not get as glossy during the day. I mainly get glossy right here, right there. And now it may still gloss up a bit, but it's not going to like be all sweaty like normally I am. So 10 out of 10 recommend. Anywho, this is probably going to be a makeup tutorial and slash a chat, but whatever. But yeah, so just to give you a little background on what's going on with me. So for those of you guys that don't know, I'll just tell you, I'm 25 years old. I have an almost 2-year-old. I went to college. I didn't finish. I went for 5 years, didn't finish, for personal reasons, of course. So therefore, I don't have a degree. I don't really have a career. I'm good at a lot of things, but it's just hard to show that on paper, right? So recently, there was a potential job offer that I thought was going to be mine. And it turned out that they felt as though I wasn't with the company long enough to be considered for the position, which is fine because like I get that aspect of it all, but they kind of just put me in a, I won't say a bubble, but they kind of just made me feel what's next. Because it's like, I don't want to leave the company, but I also just spouted out that I'm 25. I have a almost 2-year-old. I don't have a career. I'm, you know, and I know I'm only 25, but it's like, when you think of it like that, like, what's next? What's next for me? And it's like, I don't want to leave the company, but they're also not trying to get me to stay. So that kind of makes me feel like, well, was I as important as I thought I was? And that kind of sounds probably like superficial, like, girl, like you're feeling yourself too much, or it ain't that deep or whatever like that. But it's just like, the life that I have set for myself and the life that I really want to live, like I know what I want in life, and like that's always a good thing. Like, I'm not one of those people that's like floating. Like, I know what I want, I know what kind of goals, I know what I want to accomplish and everything like that. But it's just like, nobody just seems to want to be able to take that chance on me so I can like prove myself. And it's just like, then I go on jobs and I'm given a position and I'm working 10 times harder than that position, but I'm not getting any recognition for the hard work that I've been doing. And I just don't think that it's fair. Like, I just don't think it's fair at all. And it's like, it's not in me to shortcome myself and just do my position. Like, I'm not built like that. Like, I know that sounds weird, but I'll try to explain it. I know a little bit more than the people that I work with. I'll just keep it 100. I know a little bit more. I'm a little bit more direct when it comes to how I do things. I felt like I was ready to take over. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like I was ready for that promotion. And I reckon I've only been with the company, I make a year this month, and we're in July. I make a year in July. So like, I get that I'm still new. Like, I totally get that. However, I'm working really hard, but at least, you know, give me something, anything. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, if you can't give me what I need, then I'll probably have to leave the company and find somebody that will give me what I need. But the only thing about that is then I'm still not happy because I don't want to leave. But it's just like, nobody, I know everybody's replaceable. There'll always be another Tamara. Like, I get that. But it's just like, I was expecting them to bank on me more, basically. And that's not the case. So now I'm stuck with this dilemma. I'm stuck deciding whether or not I want to stay and then just like stick it out until they think I'm ready, or should I just leave? Because one thing that I've noticed about some store managers is, baby, when they get in that position, they not leaving that position, which means that there's no room for me to do better. Because like, if I was to get in a position, I'm only looking up. Like, I'll stay in that position for like 5 max years, because that's the longest I've stayed at a job. Like, if I was a store manager, I would stay at my position for 5 years, and then I'll be looking for better opportunities, such as going like regional, district, corporate, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't just stay. I want to make room for other people. You know, there's always this thing about having a solid succession plan, and like, reckon like there isn't a solid succession plan at my location that I work at right now. except for me. Like, I'm the only one that probably would have been able to move up. And now they kind of expect me to stay and work under somebody else when I don't want to do that. And I know it's my choice, and I know nobody's forcing me to stay. You know, I have the option to leave if I want to, but the thing about it is I don't want to leave. Like, I have something really good here. Like, they work with my hours. They know that I'm a single mom. They know that I have to be off by 5 and I can close on the weekends. And it's just like, that's another thing that kind of works into it for me too. With me being a mother, and I talked to my mom about this the other day, sometimes I feel like I'm being punished for being a single mom. And like, if you're a single mom and you're watching, you kind of probably understand what I'm saying, and you can relate, especially if you don't have like a solid support team. My mom lives in, you know, another city. My daughter's dad, he has hours that just aren't reliable, so we have no grandparents to help us or anything like that. So it's like it all ends up falling on me. And like, I'm not complaining in any way, shape, or form. Like, don't get me wrong, because it's like, you know, I love my daughter, and like, this is what I chose to do, and you know, I wouldn't trade it in for the world or anything like that. But it's just simple fact is, like, people just like, they would rather bank on people that don't have any obligations than somebody that works really hard but just comes with attachments and strings and baggage. You know what I'm saying? Like, me being a mom is just like a burden. Like, or that's not how I feel. Like, that's how people make me feel, like because I'm a mom I can't function like a normal person, and I just don't think that's fair. Like, I just don't think that's fair at all. Like, I think that's like totally messed up. And I know people can't discriminate or anything like that, but believe it or not, people still discriminate. They just might not say it like up front and like to your face, but people definitely still discriminate. I don't care what anybody says. I just don't care. It's the truth. So it's just like, I don't know if that was a thing, because I know my store manager was telling me, hey, the only thing that would really stop you from being promoted is your availability. And I was like, well, hell, with the extra money and the salary that I would be asking for, that's, you know, that's doable. It's like, I can do that, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's no problem at all. Like, I had it all lined up and all together. And the thing about me is, I get my hopes up high, and I do it to myself. I set myself up for disappointment. And I hate that I do that to myself, because I was ready. Like, I was excited, and I was ready to take on this new experience. Sorry, you guys, I'm not crying. My eyes are just watering. And I really hate my eyes watering while I'm doing my makeup. I think it's so ghetto. But yeah, it's like, I had my hopes up high. I was ready to take on this position. And the fact that I wasn't even considered, and I'm talking about like upper management. I wasn't even considered just for even an interview or just like a conversation, like nothing. And I just don't think that's fair, because I feel like I could have did a really good job, you know, given the opportunity. I would have done a great job. But I guess, and like, again, like, I'm not in any way, shape, or form saying, I'm not upset, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what I want to just get that clear really fast. Like, I'm not upset. The only thing I am upset about, is the simple fact that they're okay with losing me. That's what I'm upset about. I don't like that at all. Because I just feel like I thought I was worth the fight, but I guess not. So it's like, now I'm kind of stuck with, because it's like, nobody, of course, you know, I'm an adult. Like, nobody's going to tell me hey, you know, maybe you should stay, and, you know, we can work it out for you, and, you know, everything will be, you know, just like you want it, and, you know, we'll give you everything you want. Like, nobody's kissing my ass, basically, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm just throwing a fit. They're kind of just like, you know, you just got to do what's best for you. You know, you got to figure it out on your own. If you think that, you know, leaving will do you better than staying, then, you know, just do what's best for you. Like, that's the conversations that are being said to me, instead of, hey, you know, we really want you to stay, you know, we really appreciate all the hard work that you're doing. It's like, stroke my ego a little bit, because now you're about to be stuck with looking for a store manager and an assistant manager. Like, just stroke my ego just a bit. Like, that's all I'm asking. That's all. Like, make me feel important. Make me feel needed. Make me feel like you're afraid to lose me because you know how much I've done for this company. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe I haven't done enough. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, so that's been going on. That's like the main thing, just because like I'm the most stressed about that right now. But like, I'm also just looking into just like careers and everything. Like, you know, working in retail isn't something that I want to retire from. Like, I want to, or if I do retire from it, like I said, I want it to be corporate level. But some people in life know their purpose, and they know what they're gonna, you know, they know what they're supposed to be doing. I have no freaking idea. None at all. No clue what my purpose is. And that scares the shit out of me, because I don't really know what I'm supposed to bring to the table as a human. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so the only thing that I really notice that I enjoy and that I'm good at is I love to talk. I love to engage with people. I'm very much so an extrovert. I love to be large and in charge. I love to be the boss of something. I love to be in control of something. Doesn't really matter what it is. I just like to be in charge of it. I love being a mom. I think that's, you know, probably one of the best things that's ever happened to me. Honestly and truly, like, it just helps me grow so much. And I love money. So it's just like, with those things, I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what exactly I can do with those things that I really love to do. YouTube was something that I wanted to turn into a hobby, but hey, I'm no good at that either, because I'm not consistent. And it's just like, I try to be. I always get in the way of myself. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I always get in the way of myself. I always say the only person standing in your way is you. If you're not being successful, if you're not succeeding the way you want to, it's because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing as a person. It's because you're not believing in yourself. It's because you're not putting your best foot forward when you should be. It's because you're procrastinating. It's just like, the only person standing in your way is yourself. So like, why keep standing in your way? Like, if the opportunities are there, if there's no obstacles, no real obstacles standing in your way, what's stopping you from being great? Yourself. Literally yourself. That's as good as it's gonna get. I'm not really in the mood to be at work, let alone putting my best foot forward today. Yeah, she looks good. But yeah, basically, I'm just trying to say that I'm throwing a temper tantrum today. I've been throwing a temper tantrum for the past few days, which is fine, because I have every right to feel the way that I feel. Especially because I felt like I was ready to put my best foot forward, but it didn't work out the way that I wanted it to work. I'm gonna just continue to just work hard and just do the best that I can as far as growth. I'm standing in my own way right now, and which sucks. I did apply to start school again Not like a university, just because I don't have the time being a single mother. So I'm going to look at University of Phoenix to see if I can get some type of certifications, or I just have to get my transcript from my old college. And I'm going to try to see if I can get back into school, get some type of certification, get some type of degree, associate's degree or something like that, just to market myself a little bit better. Those people behind my car is so funny. But I'm tired of staying in my own way. And I'm tired of like overthinking, and I'm tired of disappointing myself, because once I disappoint myself, then the next person that's disappointed or gets disappointed is my daughter, and I don't want her to get affected by any bad life choices that I've made. I do know though that everything does happen for a reason, and I'm in this war zone with myself right now for a reason. Like, I do know that. I know that, I don't know, you know, what you believe in. I do believe in God. I'm not a religious person, but I'm very spiritual. So I think that God is doing a lot of things right now that he wants me to pay attention to and that he wants me to listen to. He put this opportunity in front of me, and I'm just trying to be still and be patient. That's really hard for somebody like me, because not only am I an extrovert, but I'm also a control freak sometimes. That's probably why our relationships don't work for me. But hey, that's a story for another time. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. I will figure it out. I just wanted to come here and record this video for you guys, because sometimes on YouTube, especially when there's growth involved, people, they only show the good. They never really show the struggle. They never really show the hard times. They just show what's good, and then they kind of just do like a story time, and then they just kind of expect you to like be able to relate. And I'm just like, I don't want you guys to have to try to relate. I want to actually be like relatable. Like, that's the whole point of Normally Relatable. I literally just want to be relatable to normal people like me that's going through stuff, that's trying to figure things out. Like, I want to do this YouTube thing, but I also still have a real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have, you know, a child. I have a full-time job. I have goals and aspirations and stuff. I'm just having a little bit more of a hard time trying to figure it out, but I'll figure it out. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. My associate's walking to the door, which means she's ready to go clock in. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until then, bye.